Today, we become legends.
Hey, my name's Inter, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the first data mining of the new year 10 patch. It's 10.1 data mining here. We have info on a bunch of new skins, new events coming to the game, new crossovers, and also 2 of the new gods have been all but confirmed. Basically, their names are now in the files for the data mining, so that's pretty exciting, and we'll get into a little bit of sort of their kit info. It's not full kit info, but we have like a little bit of what like roughly they're going to be, and generally what classes they're going to be as well, which allows us to much more easily predict what the future gods of the season are going to be, because usually they try to do like 1 god per class for the season and then maybe 2 of 1 class. But yeah, obviously data mining, as it says here, it's a way of obtaining early info. It's not always fully correct and accurate, but it often like gives us a good indication of what's going to be coming if it's not 100% accurate. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the mining. So we have 2 new skins that are not linked to any patch currently, so we don't know when they could be coming, but they will be coming at some point. It's going to be an Ethan and Aphrodite skin, you know, to no one's surprise, an Ethan and Aphrodite getting more skins, you know, who would have guessed. These ones are also new skins coming, but we've known about these in the data mining for a little while, so if you've been keeping up to date and following all my data mining videos on the previous patches, you'll already know about these ones. But if you're just tuning in for the like new 10.1 data mining, these skins are going to be coming at some point as well, but we don't know which patch are going to be they're going to be coming in. Specifically patch 10.2, which is next patch, of course, we're going to be seeing a Kumbhakana skin. You know, they just buffed Kumbhakana a lot in this recent patch, you know, that's a little bit sus to me, a little bit sus. And again, a bunch of new skins that are going to be coming in that patch that we knew about before. There's going to be some new Nickelodeon skins, Buckwheat Bundle Part 2. And then in patch 10.3, the patch directly after that, which is, I believe, going to be the start of the new season, right? I think it goes like 10.1, 10.2 is Season of Monsters, and then after that, it's a new season. And so there's going to be an ESET skin, there's going to be an RCCR Battle Pass with skins for AMC, Lancelot, Nox, and Zeus. I don't really know what RCCR means. I did Google it, it doesn't seem to be anything related to like mythology or anything like that, so I assume it's just like an acronym for some kind of battle pass they're going to be bringing out. I don't really know about that. If you have more info, definitely drop it down below. There's going to be a big Year 10 community event in patch 10.3 with Ymir, Surtur, King Arthur, Fenrir, and Anubis skins coming. And going to be also other cosmetics in the event as well, such as jump stamps, emotes, avatars, and stuff for the big Year 10 event that's going to be coming then. You know, and that's probably going to be something related to the Season of Hope, is it? I think it's Season of Hope. And finally for skins, we have all the way forward as far as 10.4, which is going to be probably like in April or something like that. So quite a way far forward here in terms of skin info. There's going to be a crossover in this patch, so this could be part 2 of the Magic crossover, but I imagine we'll be getting that earlier, so it probably is an entirely new crossover that we're going to be getting here, which is exciting. There's going to be skins for Susano, Medusa, Maui, Huyi, Charybdis, Camazotz, Baba Yaga, and Athena in that as well. And as you've probably seen on the bottom of the page here, we have info on Deity 125. So Deity 124 was Surtur. He was originally in the files as Deity 125 because Deity 124 was going to be Mama Brigitte, but then that one got delayed, and so now Surtur is Deity 124. It's kind of a bit convoluted, but yeah, basically Surtur was 124. We're now going to get some info about 125, which is Martichoras, which is basically some kind of like Persian themed name for the Manticore. So people were saying, you know, it's never going to be the Manticore, it can't be. Maybe it can. You know, a lot of the info we're getting is pointing towards it being the Manticore. It's not entirely confirmed yet. This could just be misdirection, you know, because the Manticore is a very easy character that a lot of people recognize that they could throw in for misdirection if they really wanted to hide the true identity of the god 125. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they were just trying to like throw us off if they have like a really hyped character that's going to be coming, maybe like Typhon or something like that. So this definitely could be someone different, but it is pointing, a lot of the data mining is pointing towards it being the Manticore or Martichoras, as we now know. So Martichoras is now confirmed as the original name for Deity 125. This seems to be a Persian version of the Manticore's name, so is there any chance they chose to add a Persian pantheon with the Manticore? That could be true as well. We haven't had a new pantheon in a little while, so it's definitely possible they'll be adding the Persian pantheon, and we could get some other cool beasts from there as well. But a lot of people are saying, you know, it can't be the Manticore because Manticore is just a beast. It's not like an actual mythological, like, specific creature. But maybe Martichoras in the Persian pantheon, I'm probably saying it wrong by the way, but hopefully I'm not. Martichoras in the Persian pantheon is like a kind of specific version of like a Manticore style beast. So people are saying it can't be the Manticore for that reason. Maybe it can. On to some kit info though. We have the passive, which gives you increased physical power, lifesteal, and ability lifesteal. So a little bit similar to Bastet in a way, I guess, giving free lifesteal and ability lifesteal. It does have stacks though, and it also slows enemies. So, you know, maybe the more you stack this up by like either hitting enemies or whatever. It is going to be a hunter, by the way. We know it's going to be a hunter. So maybe like hitting enemies or something like that. Hitting basic attacks grants you more and more lifesteal that stacks up or something like that. And then with the basic attack applies the damage over time when the stacks are at max. So essentially, you're going to be getting a burn on all your basic attacks when you're at max stacks for this. So you're going to have like ton of power, ton of lifesteal, ton of ability lifesteal. And then your basic attacks are also going to be applying a damage over time. Seems pretty powerful. For ability 2, Martichoras' next basic attack fires an explosive spike. We've known about this spike thing for a little while. This has honestly been in the data mining for maybe like the last 3 or 4 patches. We've known about some kind of explosive spike that's going to be coming, and that's what originally tagged us onto like it's probably going to be a hunter. Explosion effects when it hits the player makes sense for an explosive spike. It's going to have a root and also going to have anti-heal on it as well. So maybe you like fire the explosive spike, it does like a AoE burst damage around the target, because it's obviously a steroid, it's your next basic attack, so maybe it's something similar to like not an Ishtar lob shot, because it would be like a standard shot, but then as it hits, it explodes in an AoE. And then, you know, people in that AoE probably get rooted and get anti-healed as well. Maybe like the spikes stay in them for a little bit and then like anti-heals them, maybe even apply some kind of damage over time or something like that. We'll see. Ability 3 is going to be a deployable of some kind that increases movement speed and can probably affect allies, so that's pretty interesting. You know, a hunter with an ability that can provide movement speed to the entire team is very interesting. You know, it's not really a hunter mechanic necessarily. But yeah, potentially some more sort of supportive and like team-oriented aspects on a hunter with Martichoras. Pretty interesting. And finally, we have the ultimate, which is going to be a deployable that reduces physical protections. That's all we have on the ultimate so far. So really, we have no idea what the ultimate's going to be. But in some way, it's going to reduce protections, which is going to be powerful on a hunter for sure. You know, being able to shred enemy protections and some kind of deployable. So maybe you throw it down and it like reduces protections in an AoE, or maybe it like you throw it down and it like fires shots at people in the area and reduces their protections, something like that. And yeah, we knew this before, but the title for the god is going to be King of the Man-Eaters, and since the NPCs don't get titles, that was the original reason we thought it was going to be the Manticore. You know, because Manticore's obviously been an NPC in the game for a while, but having it like actually have a title and now an official name, Martichoras, it really does kind of point towards it's going to be Manticore for the second god of the season. Also, considering it is the season of monsters, this would fit very well too. And yeah, down here, this is old info as well, but I'll cover it. So it will be a hunter dealing physical damage, has medium area damage and medium single target damage, so that's kind of a nothing burger, you know, just has decent damage of both kinds. And as you can probably see, down here, Deity 126 is basically confirmed to be Ix Chel at this point. We kind of already knew it was going to be based on the god teaser. It was very kind of specific with all the rainbow aspects and the Mayan aspects and stuff, so it basically is confirmed to be this. No one really thought it was going to be anything but Ix Chel, but yeah, it's kind of confirmed in the data mining now. So Ix Chel is confirmed in the files as Goddess 126, so this will be the one coming directly after the god in 10.2, so I don't think it'll be 10.3, it'll probably be 10.4 when we initially get this one, and it kind of lines up with that Season of Hope, like colourful kind of aspects as well. The passive has some stacks, ability 1A and 1B, so there's 2 versions of this. This sounds very similar to kind of what your Moja has. We don't actually know the class that Ix Chel's going to be, but in the 10.1 PTS, there was like some issues in the menus, in like the god menu, that they were clearly using some gods to prototype the new gods. I think it was Cerberus was Mantichoras, and that would kind of make sense. You know, Cerberus is kind of beast-like, so it would make sense to kind of model the Manticore off of him. And then Baron Samedi was actually being used for the Ix Chel model, as also it was stating it was going to be a mage as well. So I believe Ix Chel is going to be a mage, and they were modeling it off of Baron Samedi in some way, so maybe something related to Baron Samedi, or maybe they just need like the general model to be able to like test things with, because we are quite a ways out from this god yet. It's likely under development, but not majorly under development. Like the one that's majorly under development right now will be Martichoras, and we'll be waiting a little while for Ix Chel. But yeah, probably going to be a mage, has ability 1A and 1B that's going to be, I assume, similar to your Moja, where it like swaps back and forth each time you use it, or maybe on some other condition it will change. And other than that, we don't really have too much info on it. As I said, this god's quite far out. We know ability 2 will be a deployable. Apparently ability 1B is also some kind of deployable, and then ability 3 is going to root people. Yeah, no real concrete information on like how this god's going to shape up just yet, but I am pretty excited for it. Like visually, Ix Chel looks really cool. I think they can do a lot with it. And finally down here, yeah, Deity 127, Charon, Deity 128, Maman Brigitte. These are almost certainly confirmed as well. These are ones that really couldn't be anyone else at this point, you know. They wouldn't do like another teaser for Maman Brigitte and then not bring her, so it's most likely going to be her. And then Charon, the River of Souls and stuff, it's just almost certainly going to be Charon. So at this point, we basically know the god lineup so far for Season 10, or for Year 10, I suppose. And yeah, we have a small amount of information on 126 and a good amount of information on 125. You're not going to be a hunter with all these kind of different effects. So yeah, that's the data mining for 10.1. Definitely subscribe if you want to catch all my data mining videos as they come out, you know, for 10.2, 10.3, all that stuff. Some cool stuff coming, very excited for this, even some cool like community events and crossovers and stuff coming as well. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this data mining down below. Are you excited for what's to come, or are you really not excited about being the Manticore? I know a lot of people are really like unhyped for it being the Manticore, but I think they could still do some cool stuff with it, especially if it brings in a new Pantheon as well. The Persian Pantheon could be pretty cool. But yeah, I will catch you guys in another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.